Lyle's Golden Syrup sponsors Andy's Sweet Bakes.
People spend a lot of money on celebration cakes, so I've got a great tip of how to take just a basic cake and turn it into something quite spectacular. This is my chocolate cake with truffle topping. First, let's make the truffles. So in a bowl, over a pan of simmering water, I've got some very good quality dark chocolate. I'm just going to add some cream, butter, and then finally I'm going to add some Lyle's golden syrup to the ganache, which can add extra sweetness and richness to the dish. And this really is one of the pleasures of cooking sweet dishes. The magic of the chocolate, the butter, the cream and the syrup all come together as one. You end up with a lovely melted, glossy, shiny sauce. And when it's ready, pour directly into a bowl, then just place into a cold fridge and allow it to set firm for about 3 to 4 hours. Now with the truffle mix chilling, let's finish with the icing for the cake. In a food mixer, I've got some butter, ice and sugar, some cocoa powder, and then finally some lovely Lyle's golden syrup. And then very slowly to start, turn the mixer on. And then as everything starts to come together, just turn up the speed. And mix till smooth. Now it's time to ice the cake. With a palette knife, carefully, just smooth the cake all over with the icing. And because I'll be covering the sides and the top of the cake, there's really no need to be neat, as long as there's a sufficient layer of icing to enable things to be stuck to it. So next, I've got some toasted chopped nuts. I'm just going to start to lay them up against the side. And then once covered in the nuts, very carefully, lift onto the board and then start on the truffles. The ganache is chilled and set, which would be perfect now for making truffles. Now, although the filling would be the same, there'll be 3 different textures and flavours. Truffles covered in nuts, ice and sugar, and cocoa powder. So, a melon ball and some hot water, of course. And the idea is to work quite quickly into the mix. And roll the mixtures. First one in the cocoa powder. Second one covered in the ice and sugar. And then last of all, coat in more roasted chopped nuts. And then just repeat until all the ganache is used up. And then nearly instantly, you can just start to see the colours and textures really come alive. And then last one, and there we go. I'm quite happy with that. And that's a chocolate cake with a lovely chocolate icing and chocolate and syrup truffle. And it looks rather divine.
Lyle's Golden Syrup sponsors Andy's Sweet Bakes.